Hi, I'm Robbie, and I'm your favourite new IELTS teacher. So today, I'm going to show you how to write an opening paragraph or an introductory paragraph for a Part 2 academic IELTS writing task. Let's take a look at the task. Some people believe technology has made our lives too complex, and the solution is to lead a simpler life without technology. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So, as with all IELTS essays, the first thing we need to do is make a plan. Literally, this will take you about 2 minutes. So you need to decide whether you're going to write a thesis-led essay or an evidence-led essay. That may sound a little bit intimidating, but I can assure you the absolute opposite is the case. Literally, a thesis-led essay is an essay where you state your opinion in the opening paragraph. In an evidence-led essay, you don't. There are one or two other considerations that you need to take into account, but I'll be looking at these in a future video. So let's take a closer look at these notes. As you can see, we disagree with the statement from the instructions. So the easiest thing to do is to express an opinion that is an actual, genuine opinion, rather than trying to write something abstract. So therefore, we're going to go for a thesis-led essay. So we'll be stating our opinion in the opening paragraph. So the first thing we need to do is identify the key information in the instructions that needs to go into our opening paragraph. Okay, so we'll have a look, and it's pretty obvious really. Technology has made our lives too complex, and the solution is to lead a simpler life without technology. In other words, a discursive essay, as these essays always are. That is to say, two elements compared and contrasted. In this case, living with technology compared and contrasted to living without technology. So let's take a look and see at what my student Hank came up with. It is believed by some people that technology has made life too complex, and the solution to this problem is to lead a simpler way of life without technology. I disagree with this statement, and I will explain why in this essay. I'm not sure about that one, Hank. So what's the problem? Okay, let's just take a quick look at what Hank has written. And let's focus on Hank's key information. So we have some people, technology has made life too complex. The solution to this problem is to lead a simpler way of life without technology. So how much of the statement has been directly copied by Hank? Absolutely everything. And unfortunately, you don't get points for being able to copy. So what's the secret? Paraphrase. So Hank returned with a new version using his own words. Okay, so let's check it out. Many folk are of the opinion that science has made existence unnecessarily complicated, and a way of resolving this would be to adopt a lifestyle that foregoes the internet. I agree that automation has its drawbacks, but I think turning away from it completely is impractical. Well, that's better, but we're not quite there yet, and here's why. So Hank's done a pretty good job of paraphrasing, but there's some pretty weird language here. Folk? Well, apart from sounding like something from a cowboy movie, it's far too informal for an academic piece of writing. Science. Okay, yes, there's a connection between technology and science, but they're certainly not synonyms of each other. Existence? Well, I like to live my life, I do a little bit more than existing, hopefully. The internet? Automation? Okay, so these are types of technology, but the statement simply refers to technology in general, and that's what we need to put in our opening paragraph. So what Hank has done here, he's kind of gone too far with his paraphrasing, and he's tried to find a synonym for absolutely everything. And that's just not necessary. Basically, a bank is a bank. Technology is technology. Life is life. You don't need to try and find synonyms for these type of words or the nouns that are usually part of the topic of the essay. So Hank hit the road for a third time and returned with a new opening paragraph. Let's check it out. There are people who are of the opinion that technology has made life unnecessarily complicated, and a way of resolving this would be to simply live without it. I agree that technology does have its drawbacks, but I think turning away from it completely is impractical. Okay, so the words people and technology make it into the final draft. Sometimes when you see the word people, it can be possible to transform this clause into a passive construction, but Hank has chosen not to, and that's absolutely fine. And we get people are of the opinion rather than people believe. Made our lives too complex becomes has made life unnecessarily complicated. And the solution paraphrases nicely into a way of resolving this. And Hank goes on to write, I agree that technology does have its drawbacks, but I think turning away from it completely is impractical. Setting himself up perfectly to be able to write to what extent he agrees and disagrees with the statement. So what's the final verdict on Hank's third attempt? Is it third time lucky? Okay, so we have 4 key points that you need to consider, and they're all crucial. 1. Make a plan. In other words, you need to know what information is going to go in each paragraph. 2. Identify the key information in the topic statement. 3. Paraphrase the key information as much as possible. 4. Don't worry about trying to paraphrase the nouns of the topic. And that's all there is to it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found that useful. Please feel free to leave a comment and make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the button down there. In the meantime, I'll see you around.